Hey students, welcome back to the online classes. In this class, I am going to start the new topic, that is kinetic theory of gases. This is the last topic of your first PUC syllabus, and this is very simple topic. I think all of you already studied in your lower classes what are the postulates of kinetic theory of gases, gas law, Weiss law, and Charles law, Avogadro number, and molar specific heat. All these concepts already all of you have studied in your lower classes. In this topic, we have studied the basic concept or assumptions of kinetic theory of gases, the pressure of an ideal gas equation, what is root mean square velocity, and different terms connected with root mean square velocity, and what is the difference between real gas and ideal gas. Now we will start the introduction concept about this topic. Anything which occupy the space, that is called matter. Anything which occupy the space is called matter. It consists of n number of atoms. Atom means it is the very smallest particle. Atom is the very smallest particle. Already all of you have studied states of matter also. It can be divided into three types or four types: solid, liquid, gaseous, and plasma. But here, what is atom? Atom means it is a very smallest particle. Atom is a very smallest particle. In case of solid, the atoms are very closely arranged. The intermolecular force between the two particles in case of solids, or two atoms in case of solids, is very high. In case of liquid, the atoms are loosely bounded. In case of gaseous, the atoms are freely bounded, or freely, they are loosely bounded. These are the different kinds of matter. Here, the introduction concept of, or introduction of a molecular nature of atom, about the gas molecules, or in case of gases, how the atoms are behaves. In case of gases, the particles in a gases are not close to each other. They are freely bounded to each other. They are farther apart than in liquids. In case of solids, they are closely arranged. In case of liquid, they are freely arranged. But in case of gases, they are loosely arranged. One gas molecule or one particle is very farther with another particle. Here gas particles are, here are the particles in a gas are not close to each other. They are farther apart than in liquids, and they are not rigid. They always compressed or squashed. They are invisible. They are invisible, and the gas molecules don't have fixed shape and fixed volume. They don't have fixed shape and fixed volume. The force between among the particles at a very small or tiny, therefore they can move freely. The volume of the gas molecule is negligible, or the gas molecules, they don't have a fixed volume and fixed shape. They are always movingly random in different direction with different velocities. The forces among the particles, they are very small, that is negligible. The force between the two particles in a gas molecules, or the intermolecular force between the two particles in a gases, or that is negligible. Therefore they can always free move. And what are the behavior of gases? What are the behavior of gases? How the gas molecules are behaves in a closed container. How the gas molecules are behaves in a closed container. Here, observe this diagram. The gas molecules are always moving randomly with different velocities in different direction. Randomly moving in different velocities with different direction. Here, observe in this region. Observe in this region. Here the gas molecules are. It is independently always moving in the random with different velocities in different direction. Here, in this container, the matter is vibrating as all the atoms in it vibrate. Matter means anything which occupy the space is matter. The matter is vibrating as all the atoms in it vibrate. Here, this is the system. In this system, the matter is vibrating. The matter is vibrating as all the atoms in it vibrate. At all the atoms in it vibrate. Here, these are the atoms. All these atoms are vibrate. Then the matter is also vibrate. Matter is vibrating as the all the atoms in it vibrate. As all the atoms in it vibrate. Now, it consists of large number of molecules. Gas consists of large number of molecules. These large number of molecules are evacuated in a chamber. Here, it consists of large number of molecules. They are always in random motion and move in all possible direction with all possible velocities, because the intermolecular force between the two particles in this gas, that is negligible. Hence, they are always in random motion and move in all possible directions with all possible velocities. These are the assumptions or behaviors of gases. Matter is vibrating as all the atoms in it vibrate. Gas consists of large number of molecules and they are always in random motion and move in all possible direction with all possible velocities. And then the average distance a molecule can travel without colliding, that is called mean free path. When one gas particle is travel their journey from one point and it hits to the another point or it reached the another point, the average distance a molecule can travel without a colliding, without a colliding, one particle, it travels from one point to another point without colliding to the another any other particle. That path is called mean free path. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲು ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟಿಗೆ ವಿತೌಟ್ ದ ಕೊಲಿಷನ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಆಟಮಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಗೆ ಹಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ಲಾರ್ದು ಹೋಯ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಪಾತನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಮೀನ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಪಾತ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ದಟ್ ಪಾತ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ mean free path. Suppose if I consider this is one system. Here the gas molecule starts their journey from point A and ends their journey to the point B. Here the gas molecule, it starts the journey from point A and hits the point B. The average distance a molecule can travel without the colliding, this is called mean free path, and this mean free path, it is mathematically denoted by the symbol lambda. Mathematically denoted by the symbol lambda. Mean free path. Mean free path means distance traveled by a gas molecule between the two successive collisions. When one gas molecule travels from one point to the another point, or two gas molecules are collide with each other, but the distance between the two gas molecules before the collision or distance traveled by the gas molecule between the two successive collision, that is called mean free path. Mean free path is mathematically denoted by the symbol lambda and it is expressed in mathematical form as total distance traveled by a gas molecule between the successive collisions to the total number of collisions. The ratio of total distance traveled by a gas molecule between the successive collisions to the total number of collisions is called mean free path, or distance traveled by a gas molecule between two successive collisions. Between two successive collisions is called mean free path. And the atoms are more free in gases. They can travel long distances without any collisions. If they are not enclosed, the gases are dispersed away. Suppose if you enclose the n number of gas molecules in a certain cylinder or in any other certain definite shape, in that conditions one atom of the gas molecule is collide with another gas molecule. But here, when they are not enclosed within the system, in that condition the atoms are more free in gases and they can travel long distances without any collision. Here, the gases dispersed away, and in solids and liquids, the intermolecular force has a long range attraction and a short range repulsion. In case of solids and liquids, the force between, that force means interatomic force. Interatomic force, it has a long range attraction and a short range repulsion. The gas is full of activity and the equilibrium is a dynamic one. The gas is full of activity and the equilibrium is a dynamic one. These are the behavior of gases. These are the behavior of gases. How the gases behave in this universe. How the gases behave in this universe. These are the behavior of gases. Then, in the dynamic equilibrium, the molecules are collide and change their speeds during the collision. Only the average velocities are constant. Here, observe this phenomena. Here, the gas is full of activity and the equilibrium is a dynamic one. The velocity of the gas molecules or the collision between the gas molecules or speed of the gas molecule is, it is varies. In equilibrium, when the molecules are collide, change their speeds during the collision. Only the average velocities are constant. How to calculate the average velocity? The ratio of average speed of the gas molecules with respect to time is called average velocity. Here, the gas molecules are in motion. They possess the kinetic energy. They possess the kinetic energy. And the gas molecules are in motion. They possess the kinetic energy. And the gas molecules are always move in random motion with different velocities in different direction. These are the behavior of kinetic theory of gases and the theory which explains the macroscopic parameters of gas in terms of microscopic parameters. Macro means very large, micro means very small. The theory which explains microscopic parameters of gas in terms of microscopic parameters like speed, mass, momentum and kinetic energy, that is called kinetic theory of gases. Kinetic theory of gases. Actually, this word is derived from Greek word kinetic theory. Kinetic. This word is derived from the word kinko. Kinko means I move. Kinko means I move. That is the Greek word or Latin word. Here this word is derived from kinko. Kinko means I move anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. Kinetic theory of gases. The theory which explains macroscopic parameters of gas in terms of microscopic parameters like speed, mass, momentum and kinetic energy, then it is called kinetic theory of gases. It is called a kinetic theory of gases. Now we will see what are the concept behind this. Now, the ideal gas and real gas. Again, the gas can be divided into two types. One is ideal gas and real gas. ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ. The gas which obeys the Gauss laws or the gas which obeys Charles law, Boyle's law, Gay-Lussac's law and Avogadro number, that is called ideal gas. Which do not obey that laws, that is called real gas ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ. With different parameters. Here, ideal gas equation. Ideal gas means the gas which obeys the Gauss laws. There are totally 4 Gauss laws. Next concept ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಅವಾಗ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. But ideal gas it equation connecting the pressure P, volume V and absolute temperature T. Here, PV is equal to mu RT or PV is equal to nRT. That is also called Boltzmann constant. Here, PV is equal to mu RT ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. PV is equal to mu RT. Pressure, volume, this is called constant, gas constant and temperature. The ideal gas equation, it is connecting to the pressure P, volume V and absolute temperature T. Here mu, this is called constant. R is also the gas constant, where mu is the ratio of m divided by m naught or n divided by ne. This is called Avogadro number and this is called mass. Here m is the mass of a gas containing n molecules. Capital M, it means mass of a gas contains n molecules. Mass of the gas contains n molecules, and m naught is the mass of the molecular. Here m naught is the molecular mass and this is mass of the gas. Here this is mass of the gas, actual mass, and this is molecular mass. The ratio of actual mass to the molecular mass. The ratio of actual mass to the molecular mass. This is called the number of moles. The number of moles. The ratio of actual mass to the molecular mass is called number of moles, or it also can be written as small n. Here small n is equal to capital M divided by m naught or n divided by na. Remember this point, and this is the very important formula for your competitive examination or for your second PUC classes. Here the ratio of the actual mass to the molecular mass or molar mass, or m is the mass of the gas containing n molecules, m naught is the molar mass, and na is the Avogadro number. Avogadro number, mu is the number of moles and n is the number of molecules. R and Kb are the universal constant. This is called Boltzmann constant and this is called gas constant. Boltzmann constant and gas constant. Here Kb, that is called Boltzmann constant. Now R is equal to, it is a gas constant. The gas constant value is 8.314 joule per mole per Kelvin, and Kb means that is Boltzmann constant. The ratio of gas constant to the Avogadro number is called Boltzmann constant. This is also very important constant terms. R is the gas constant. The gas constant value is 8.314 joule per mole per Kelvin, and Kb is the Boltzmann constant, the ratio of gas constant to the Avogadro number. Here R is the gas constant and Na is the Avogadro number. The ratio of gas constant to the Avogadro number is called Boltzmann constant. The value of Boltzmann constant is 1.38 into 10 to the power of minus 23 joule per Kelvin. Remember this point, dear students. Repeatedly I am saying this equation because this is very important for your second PUC syllabus. The ratio of gas constant to the Avogadro number is called Boltzmann constant. Hence, the real gas, it satisfies the ideal gas equation at low pressures and high temperatures, and perfect gas equation PV is equal to mu RT or PV is equal to nRT. P means pressure, V means volume, mu means number of moles, R is the gas constant, T is the temperature. This is called perfect gas equation. The perfect gas equation PV is equal to mu RT, or it is also can be written as PV is equal to nRT here, which satisfies PV equal to mu RT exactly at all the pressures and temperatures is defined as an ideal gas. A gas which satisfies exactly at all the pressures and temperatures, then it is called as ideal gas, or the gas which obeys the Gauss laws, then it is called ideal gas. The perfect gas equation, that is PV is equal to mu RT. An ideal gas, it is a simple theoretical model of a gas. No real gas is truly ideal. Actually, no real gas is truly ideal because at low pressures and high temperatures the molecules are far apart from each other. At low pressure and high temperature, pressure ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ temperature ಹೆಚ್ಚಿದ್ದಾಗ molecules ದೂರ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ and the interactions are negligible. The intermolecular force between the two particles are negligible. Without the interaction of the gas, it behaves like an ideal one. It is not possible exactly, but in some cases at low pressure and high temperature the molecules are far apart and molecular interactions are negligible. Without the interaction, the gas behaves like an ideal one, and What is ideal gas? Here, an imaginary gas which possesses the following parameters. Which possess the following parameters. Now we will see what are the following parameters are related to this ideal gas. The molecules of ideal gas, they are extremely small and they are point masses. Point masses means that is very negligible, among which no intermolecular forces are act. Then it is called ideal gas. The molecules which are extremely small, they are very negligible with their point masses, and along with or among with no intermolecular forces or act. There is no intermolecular force between the two gas molecules in case of ideal gas condition. It obeys the laws in all the states of temperature and pressure. No gas in the universe is an ideal gas. This is very, very important. No gas in the universe is an ideal gas. But however, the gases like hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, helium, they can be assumed to be ideal gases because they cannot be easily liquefied. ನಾವು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೀಲಿಯಂ ಅನ್ನ ಐಡಿಯಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಫೈಡ್. They cannot be easily liquefied. That's why we call it as ideal gases. Actually, no gas in the universe is an ideal gas. Now we will move to the next concept, that is real gas. Real gas does not obey the ideal gas equation. This is very, very important concept. The gas which obeys the Gauss laws, that is called ideal gas. The gas which does not obey the Gauss laws or Gauss equation, then it is called a real gas. Real gas does not obey the ideal gas equation. Pv is equal to RT, and these gases do not obey the Boyle's law because it is constant. Other gases also, and therefore here what is the difference between real gas and ideal gas? Difference between real gas and ideal gas ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ರಿಯಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಇಟ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ obey the Gauss laws. Ideal gas which obeys the Gauss laws. That is very important difference in between these two concepts. Real gas, through the intermolecular force of attraction between the molecules of a gas, is very less. It is not zero. In case of real gas, the intermolecular force of attraction between the molecules is very less, but that is not zero. But in case of ideal gas, here real gas exists, or ideal gas, the intermolecular force of attraction between the molecules is zero. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ. ರಿಯಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟರ್ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಲೆಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಜೀರೋ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ the real gas is exist in the nature. In case of ideal gas, the intermolecular force of attraction between the molecules is zero. In case of ideal gas, the intermolecular force of attraction between the molecules is zero. That's why ideal gas does not exist. Real gas exists, ideal gas does not exist. This is the main and very important difference between the real gas and ideal gas. Okay.